True dignity is a very rare thing. An office or a position of respect gives dignity. It is like putting on a coat. The coat, the costume, the post gives dignity. A title or position gives dignity, but strip men of these things and very few have the quality of dignity that comes with the inward freedom of being as nothing. Being something is what man craves for, and that something gives a position in society which is respected, a category of some kind, clever, rich, a saint, a physicist. But if one cannot be put into a category that society recognizes, one is considered an odd person. Dignity cannot be assumed or cultivated. To be conscious of being dignified is to be conscious of oneself, which is to be petty, small. To be nothing is to be free of that very idea. Being not of or in a particular state is true dignity. It cannot be taken away, it always is. To allow the free flow of life without any residue being left is real awareness. The human mind is like a sieve which holds some things and lets others go. What it holds is the sides of its own desires, and desires, however profound, vast, noble, are small, petty, for desire is a thing of the mind. Not to retain, but to have the freedom of life to flow without restraint, without choice, is complete awareness. We are always choosing or holding, choosing the things that have significance and everlastingly holding on to them. This we call experience, and the multiplication of experiences we call the richness of life. The richness of life is freedom from the accumulation of experience. The experience that remains, that is held, prevents that state in which the known is not. The known is not the treasure, but the mind clings to it and thereby destroys or defiles the unknown. Life is a strange business. Happy is the one who is nothing. We are, most of us at least, creatures of a variety of moods. Few of us escape from it. With some it is caused by bodily condition, with others it is a mental state. We like these up and down states, thinking this movement of moods is part of existence. Or one drifts from one mood to another. But there are a few who are not caught in this movement, who are free from the battle of becoming. So that inwardly there is steadiness, not of the will, a steadiness of concentrated interest. It comes upon one only when the action of will ceases. Money does spoil people. There is a peculiar arrogance of the rich. With very few exceptions, in every country the rich have that peculiar atmosphere of being able to twist anything, even the gods. They can buy their gods. Riches are not only of wealth, but the capacity of being able to do things. Capacity gives man an odd sense of freedom. He feels he is above others, that he is different. All this gives a sense of superiority. He sits back and watches others squirm, oblivious to his own ignorance, the darkness of his mind. Money and capacity offer an escape from this darkness, but escape is a form of resistance, which breeds its own problems. Take things easily, but with inward fullness and alertness. Don't let a moment slip by without being fully aware of what is happening inwardly and about you. This is what it is to be sensitive, not to one or two things, but sensitive to everything. To be sensitive to beauty and resist ugliness is to bring about conflict. As you watch, you will perceive that the mind is always judging. This is good and that is bad. Judging people, comparing, weighing, calculating. The mind is everlastingly restless. Can the mind watch, observe without judging or calculating? Perceive without naming? Just see if the mind can do that. Most people who attempt to be simple begin with the outer, discarding, renouncing, and so on, but inwardly the complexity of their being remains. With inward simplicity, the outer corresponds. To be simple inwardly is to be free from the urge for more, which does not mean to be satisfied with what is. To be free from the urge for more is not to think in terms of time, progress, getting somewhere. To be simple is for the mind to free itself from all results, to empty itself of all conflict. This is real simplicity. How can the mind battle between the ugly and the beautiful, clinging to the one and pushing away the other? This conflict makes the mind insensitive and exclusive. Any attempt on the part of the mind to find an undefined line between the two is still part of the one or the other. Do what it will, thought cannot free itself from the opposites. Thought itself created the ugly and the beautiful, the good and the bad, so it cannot free itself from its own activities. All that it can do is to be still, not choose. Choice is conflict, and the mind is back again to its entanglements. The stillness of the mind is freedom from duality.